your girl, Hateful Ho, and I wanted to talk about another disgusting video that I came across on Twitter that I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. It's been trending, where a young black girl is harassed and assaulted by a gang of black men. And once again, excuse the background noise, I am driving. So what I really want to touch on is prior to this, I don't know if you guys watch any of Lovely T's videos. If you don't, you really should. She's got great content, and she's really been covering what's been going on during this coronavirus properly, the way the mainstream media refuses to do. So I would definitely check her out. I'm gonna link down the video I'm talking about in my bio. Essentially, this video, what she was talking about, there was a party. This is a separate video, mind you, but there's a party where this is in Inglewood. The police came and broke up a party that a group of black people were throwing, and there were over 100 people there for this 1-year-old's birthday. And this is in the hood, obviously. And I know you're thinking, what the hell? How does this have to do with anything? But I'm getting there. Just like everything else, I'm getting there. So basically, in this video, the police come, they break everything up, people recording, calling the police, all kinds of names, saying that they don't have a right to be there, saying that they're harassing them, that this is racist, which is not. These cops are actually doing your child a favor, because you having 100 and something people over when your child is 1 year old and has built up the immune system of only 1 year, if that, maybe 6 months. Your immune system doesn't really start kicking in until about 6 months. So this baby has only had 6 months of immune defense, and you want to bring everybody and their mama over to a party. Don't see no damn kids in the photos. You can't see no kids in any of the videos. You can tell this is just an excuse for these people. They think, oh, Corona, it's a vacation. Let me throw a barbecue and invite everybody I know, and I'm going to use my kid's birthday as an excuse for it. Now, that is the mentality you are working with people who are in the hood. Black people in the hood right now. They are not taking this shit seriously. We got people in Inglewood dropping money on large, copious amounts of food to share with everybody on a birthday party for 100 people, like there aren't food shortages going on. Like there aren't limits to how much food you can get now at the store. People in the hood are not taking this shit seriously. They out here having fun, doing slip and slides, and this is not the only video I've seen like this. So imagine if black people in the hood aren't taking this seriously, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen when how could you not expect? I'm sorry if I'm getting angry, but how could you not expect that a group of black men with nothing to do now, with no job, nothing going on, of course they're gonna harass this poor innocent black girl? And as society degenerates through this coronavirus, it is black men that we need to be worried about. And I'm not saying this to scare you, and I'm not saying this to sound like I don't even know, like I hate black men. I don't hate anybody. I don't have room to hate anybody. But I don't trust them. And I don't trust any group, to be honest. I don't even trust black women, because I know how we do each other. But I especially do not trust a black man, because the difference between a black man and a black woman is that a black woman, if you fall asleep in an empty room, black women not gonna bother you, but a black man might. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm getting at? See, what I'm trying to drive at here is that black men will go out of their way to do shit to harm other people, specifically black girls and black women, that other groups of people would never do. Okay? No other group of people would see a black girl minding her business and find it fun to harass her. I don't see videos of white supremacists doing this. When Trump got elected in 2016, everybody was concerned about what was going to happen. There's going to be all of these racial issues. There's going to be all these, white supremacists coming out the woodworks and harassing, black people. And it's going to be like the KKK all over again. Going to have, people getting run down with water hoses. And no, that's not what's happened. No. Instead, what we see is that it's black men that are harassing us every single day, more and more and more. So what I'm saying to you is, if they aren't taking it seriously now and they fucking with us, what do you think is going to happen when they start taking this seriously? When it clicks like, oh shit, this is an apocalypse, this is a pandemic. You think that they're going to act more civilized or less? Exactly. So I'm telling you this, especially if you live in an area that is populated with the majority of black people. I hate to say it, but you need to arm I'm going to tell you exactly the things you need to do. You need to find some kind of way to arm yourself. You need to figure out, you need to have some kind, if you live by yourself, if you live with all women, you need to have some system in place so somebody knows where you are. Even if you're staying in your house all day, go ahead and have your notifications on in some sort, so that way if something happens to you, somebody else who doesn't live with you knows. So they know that something's happened to you. Because right now, domestic abuse cases are going up. They're going up. As more stress continues and as more unemployment goes up, domestic abuse cases are going up. And as we already know, the number one killer of black women from ages 25 to 34 is domestic abuse. Our partners. And who are our partners? Only 4% of us date outside of our race. So our biggest risk right now, that 96% risk, is black men. And I'm not saying this to make black men out to be a boogeyman, to make it out to be like they're the worst human beings on earth, like they're evil. No. But what we have here is a situation where we have a group of men who have power, at least within our community. They have the power to hurt us, and we are very vulnerable. And there is a lack of accountability in a culture that has cultivated a lack of accountability and an acceptance of black men doing whatever the fuck they want at black women's expense. So you need to be very careful right now. You need to get yourself a weapon, okay? I know gun prices right now are going up. Go to the Home Depot. Go to Lowe's. Go get you something. Go get you a chainsaw. Go get you... And I know you think I'm being funny right now, but I'm not. I'm really not. This is very serious. If they're not taking it seriously now, what do you think is going to happen? Okay? If you got hood people blowing all their money on birthday parties and stuff, what's gonna happen if the quarantine continues for another month, another 2 months? Okay, they only get that $1,200 from the government. They blow through that. Or what if they don't get it at all? And because they didn't take it seriously, they don't have stockpiled food like you do. So what do you think they're about to do when the hunger kicks in? People start coming outside. So what you're going to have is a bunch of people who didn't prepare. They're going to eventually get very hungry and very restless. And they're going to start coming outside. And they're going to start looking for people who are prepared, who did get their shit together. Because, see, that's what people don't ever want to talk about with society. When it comes right down to it, the people who underprepare, they don't suffer on their own. They suffer at the expense of other people. They're going to come to our houses, start breaking out our windows, start breaking into our houses, trying to steal our food and our resources and stuff. I'm serious. I know you don't believe me yet, but you will see it. In 2 months down the line, if the grocery stores are still open, but they don't got no money, where do you think they're going to go rob? The grocery store or their neighbor across the street? What do you think is going to be an easier getaway and a faster getaway? You need to be thinking about this. When you bring groceries in from your house or anything like that, be mindful, okay? Don't take it in all at once. Make it look small. Make it look like you ain't got a lot. Don't be taking all, you went to Costco and you come back and you got all this Costco stuff. You got your whole trunk full and you do a multiple rounds, bring all that no, don't do that. If you got a garage, put the car in the garage and then unload your groceries. If you don't, do it in portions. Do it in small portions. Put a little cooler in your trunk. All the cold stuff, put it in the cooler and then carry the cooler upstairs. You got to be smart about this. Go get you some department store shopping bags, some Macy's bags. Put it in that. Do not show that you got groceries. If you just bought a TV, don't even show that, right? Don't do none of that, because people are going to start looting when shit gets bad. And the people who are going to be looting first are the people who didn't take it seriously and the people who aren't prepared. And if you are a black person and you live in a majority black neighborhood, you better believe they're coming for you first. Because if there's anything I know about sociology and violence, is that intraracial violence is higher. And it's not just because we live in the same neighborhoods. The other part of it is people feel safer. This is going to sound crazy, but this is something that's been studied sociologically. People feel safer robbing someone who looks like them because they know what to expect as far as what kind of armory they may have, what their defense mechanisms might be, what their patterns and habits might be. Okay? Black people are more scared to rob a white person's house than they are to rob another black person's house. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, be mindful. I'm sorry if I sound really aggressive or angry, but this is real. This is very, very real. And the other side of it is that poor black girl who's getting harassed. She didn't even have anything they wanted. They weren't looting her. It hasn't even gotten to that point yet. But they bored. Okay, people are bored, and then when these niggas get bored, they get violent. They start harassing black girls. They start making black girls miserable. So if that's what they're doing now out of boredom, I do not want to see what they're going to do out of hunger. Okay? Get you a long ass knife, a machete, something. Figure out someplace in your house you can fortify yourself and keep food in it. I'm serious. Especially if you don't have a man. If you don't have some kind of... Be mindful. Be mindful. I know some places at the like Walmarts and stuff, they have those door locks that you put on your door handle, and it makes it really hard for people to bust into your house. Get one of those. I'll link one of those in the description box as well, because I'm serious. This is not about money. This is not. No, you need to be concerned. If already we're seeing a disparity of how many black people are dying with the virus, what kind of disparity are we going to see within the how many black people die outside of the virus? We got a rate of unemployment that's climbing. Did you know that every 1% unemployment climbs, 30,000 people die? Right now we're at 10. So like I said, keep all of this in mind. I'm not saying this to scare you. I don't want to sound like a thief in the night, but be concerned. Be concerned. And be vigilant, right? Always vigilant, as just like my favorite Harry Potter character would say. Mad-Eye Moody. All right. Like, subscribe, comment, share it to other black women that need to hear this, divested or not, because this is important information. All right. Be safe, y'all. Exercise. Do something good for yourself every day.